It's minus 20, feels like minus 28 or something. I don't even know. But it feels like summer compared to the minus 40. It's been like 8 days straight here fixing furnaces and whatnot. Apologize to anyone who we couldn't get to. We'll be contacting some of you in regards to the water and water leaks and hot water this coming week here. But heat was priority when it gets this cold. That's like emergency situation, like big emergency situation. Yeah, definitely it's getting nicer out, but watch for those water leaks in your house. Hoses and stuff will be frozen, they'll unfreeze, and they'll start leaking. They're not leaking now because they're frozen, but now your house will be able to keep up. We had lots of hot water tanks freeze in people's houses. The air was so cold coming into the mechanical rooms. So like when you're warm inside and it's cold outside, the littlest holes, it'll just suck the cold air right into your house. It's like a vacuum. So yeah, so sometimes the combustion air pots in some of the places, the older furnaces, it was like minus 15 in the one guy's mechanical room, right? So minus 40 outside, but minus 15 is the mechanical room. Open up all your registers downstairs when it gets cold like that. Open up doors, stuff like that, just to try and get heat into some of the areas that you don't normally need heat. But yeah, so hopefully everyone's okay out there. We'll be in touch. Stay safe and stay warm. It's like summer now to me. It's been a long week for sure. For us, and a lot of other HVAC boys I seen out. Shout out to them too, the other brothers in arms. Anybody who went out there. Some of the guys sat at home, but there was a few of us out there, guns blazing 24/7. Usually whenever I got home from a evening call, I would get changed or shower, and then I get another one and have to put all my grubby gear back on and go out again. But I was getting to the point where I was just gonna start sleeping on the floor at the shop. But anyway, looks like we're in the clear, we're in the downhill from that, but we're gonna have a whole world of water leak problems and everything now. So like I said, everyone keep your eyes open for leaks in your house. Keep your heat turned up still. Don't take this for granted. The weather is going to change. When it gets cold like that, definitely don't leave your heat turned down. Make sure all your registers are open in your house. We're running into a lot of places where the registers are closed. The furnaces are getting too hot because they're running and it's tripping high limits and stuff. Or a lot of it's airflow. If your filters, you're supposed to change it every month sometimes. Depends what kind of filters. The ones from the hardware stores, they're too thick. They trap stuff easier and faster, so your filters can plug up more. And also too, we're running into a lot of A coils plugged. A coils is part of your air conditioning, but it's like two radiators leaning against each other on top of your furnace, like in an A, and the air flows through that even for heating. So how it works in the summer is when the freon's through there, it blows cold air. It's not blowing, like there's no freon flowing through right now because it's heating, but your heat air still needs to go through there. If the air can't move, it'll shut the furnace off. It'll go out on high limit, or they plug up too, so you just can't get airflow through it. Another thing too is make sure your return airs aren't blocked off. Make sure your heat registers aren't blocked off or closed, especially when it gets this cold. A lot of people close their downstairs ones in the summer because it's too cold down there, and they forget to open them back up in the winter. That causes some problems sometimes. But it definitely is worth getting your HVAC technician, us or whoever you like to use, to come once a year before heating season and get this stuff checked out. Once before AC season, get this stuff checked out to make sure it's working right, because a lot of these calls we went to could have been avoided had they had somebody come. When I was younger, I wasn't a big believer in that, but I'm definitely a believer in that. When you run into like plug filters and plugged A coils when it's minus 40, it's an emergency service situation when it would have just been a simple preventative maintenance call earlier in the year. So make sure you get your stuff checked out yearly. I would get your furnace checked before heating season, get your AC checked out before summer. And then we also do like hot water tank checks and stuff like that. There's lots of preventative maintenance stuff we can do and schedule you in for once a year. But yeah, enjoy this nice weather. Hopefully it gets warmer, and hopefully everyone made it out okay.